You are listening to the Earplug Podcast Network.
Welcome everybody to tonight's episode. Today with DW. Wow, you know what? It's the nighttime. I think it's the nighttime that's
tonight with DW.
Yes. Tonight. Now I got to do. No, I'm not changing it to tonight with DW. No, I'm not doing that. I got to get this camera fixed. I need my camera back. That's just the end of the discussion. But anyway,
you should tip me $1 every time you say that.
What that I got to get my camera back. I won't be able to afford to buy one. I'm definitely gonna have to get it back. But welcome to a Thursday night edition. Thank you, everybody, for the new time, 7 p.m. We're not here at 10 a.m. I did get a couple messages this morning from a direct message this morning going, "Where's the Today with DW show?" And I'm like, "Well, we moved it at 10."
Tune in.
So obviously, you guys those who messaged me obviously did not listen to anything of our previous shows that I've mentioned that we're going to be at 7 o'clock tonight. Welcome, Hank. Welcome, Jen. How are you? So before we get into today's show, obviously TheShadow is back from his extended vacation. We're back into a new groove. We're going to be Tuesday through Friday, Tuesday through Friday, 7 o'clock at night, except for this Friday. Tomorrow, we're going to still be doing the 11:30 Pop Culture Show with Louis Perry from the Angry Geeks. But after that, all Tuesday through Friday, 7 o'clock, because I think that's going a little bit better for us. I'm crimping into TheShadow's social time now that he's got to work at 7 o'clock at night on a Friday. Or what's going to happen?
Social time.
You don't have any social time?
Usually, thankfully, the Mets played at 1:10 today. So
did they win?
They did win.
Wow.
They won 8-2, I think. Yeah, it was 8-2. And grand slam by Tomos Nido, 8th guy in the order. So big bats, big production. We're slowly getting there up there. But
I'm gonna win my $20.
I came home last night and Washington was up 3-0. I said, I didn't miss anything. Mets scored 4 runs and bang, there we go.
Wow.
So didn't miss anything.
Well, maybe I will lose my $20.
You might.
Wow.
You might.
So
10 and 11.
And if they don't replay those games, I am getting my $20 from you, and I already know I'm getting my steak dinner.
They're not my team though.
No,
that's not my team.
I said the season.
Oh, they're gonna play the season.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Play on.
No, it's definitely not going to happen. Sorry, I'm taking a drink if you're listening to the audio version. Brought to you by Body Armor, one of our major sponsors. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Check them out for your nearest location. Like I said, Walmart, Hannaford's. I think every grocery store. It's everywhere.
CVS.
It's everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Lee Murphy, how are you?
They are everywhere. But I will say though, with baseball playing, I mean, every MLB player,
you have the right to party.
Indeed, they do.
Yeah, and
right now, the Mets bats are partying,
and that's what's getting them in trouble. They are partying.
Well,
and they're getting COVID all over the place.
Well, Mike Clevenger and another Indians pitcher did not do something great. Went out to a bar in Chicago, had dinner. A teammate decided to join him, so that wasn't really the smartest thing on their part. I will say though, it will be hilariously hysterical if if the MLB plays a full season with postseason. They're talking about putting MLB postseason in a bubble.
Yes.
So if that happens, that happens. But it would be hilarious if the MLB got a full season in and the NFL didn't even step foot on the field for one game.
This is not the sports edition.
Which could happen.
It could happen.
Which could happen.
No more baseball talk.
More baseball talk.
I have to deal with that enough with Mr. Tom Greer over on our sports edition every Tuesday night. Check us out at 7 o'clock. Or now at 6:30, excuse me.
Selfish plug?
Yes. It's not selfish. I own the company. I own the company. I'm not only a member, I'm a client. Is that the case?
I guess so.
So talking a little bit off pod, and then we always shoot the shit before we actually get into the show. So, and I talked with Snacks a little earlier today. I came up with this.
El Snacko or
El-
Snacks?
No, Snacks.
Just
El Snack.
Snacks,
Yeah, El Snacko isn't good at texting. He's not good at. He can't see through that mask very well, so he doesn't text very well. So no, it's Snacks. And it's funny that we were just talking sports. I want to start a podcast, and it's going to be a bracket.
Oh,
Every episode's going to be a bracket, like your March Madness. You got 8 teams on this side. You got 8 teams on this
so
side.
16 total.
16 total, but it's not going to be sports related. So it's going to be, it'll be myself and a guest, and maybe you as a co-host, or as the producer.
Okay.
And we're going to go through the 16 favorite pizzas, 16 favorite beers.
That's a good idea.
16 favorite
Comics.
Movies. And we're going to
clothing.
Right. And we're going to break them down and get a winner after each episode. So tonight, not that I'm doing brackets, but I thought because I'm big in the pop culture, and this is something a lot of people talk about. What would be your superpower that you would want most over anything, all the other superpowers? What would be the superpower that you would want?
A part of me with my disability says I want to know what it's like to have 2 fully working hands.
Okay.
But a part of me says no, that's not. I've never said that ever, so why would I say that? But probably to show up at any sporting event, past or in the future. So like,
So you time travel.
I would time. Yeah,
So
time travel. Yeah.
Time traveling would be your superpower.
Yep.
All right, let's pick. Let's see. If you had to pick wall crawling or breathing underwater, which one would you pick over the other? Which one would you pick?
I would breathe underwater, so then I could be shackled and still be able to breathe. And kind of.
Wait a minute, shackled?
Like,
what scenario are
you
you
know
talking
how, like,
about right
on
now? Somebody's looking out for you. You got a hitman looking for you.
Like on America's Got Talent, where like they do all like the shackle and they're still breathing and and then they escape and everything. And I think that would be kind of. But I mean, why would you go
shackle? Wait a minute. Why are you talking about?
I don't know. Do
you have a weird fetish or fantasy that?
No,
right?
no. We took a deep. I got one for you.
That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned. I don't think you have to be underwater to be shackled. I think something's going on there. So you would take breathing underwater?
Yeah, I would.
I don't know. Wall crawling would be kind of cool.
One hand, that's kind of tough.
But you don't know with your superpower.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, your fingers work. Your fingers work in there. You could still do it. Your feet.
One finger works.
Well, yeah, if you're strong enough to wall crawl.
There you go.
So you could do it. You could still do it. I don't know if I think I'd probably take breathing underwater.
I think that would be cool.
That would be pretty cool, I think breathing underwater, one, because I could be the next Olympic star. Michael Phelps, watch out, buddy.
Move out of the way.
I don't even have to come up. I'm just going to go straight through. I don't have to do anything. Just swim underwater. How cool would that be?
Swim. You can swim whenever.
I mean, I think that would be pretty cool.
Well, triathlons could be in your future if you have that.
Well, I'd have to really be good at the biking and running part.
No, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I can't go. I mean,
well, you would assume that you would be fit enough if you're able to swim all that mileage underwater
I'm
without
just breathing underwater. It doesn't say I'm going to be physically
that's
fit.
True.
I could be 450 pounds, sink like a log. I would need to swim underwater.
You'd be like,
yeah. I would need that. So basically that. So we would say like Aquaman, swimming underwater would make it to round 2. So that's basically, and then we'll go down on 8 more superpowers, and then on the other side 8 more superpowers, and then break it down in the brackets. So
that's a really good idea. I don't know why has anyone thought. I'm sure
there is a couple shows out there, and I got the idea, and then I went searching, and there are a couple shows that are pretty much close to that.
Yeah.
But
you should do like.
I didn't find that the hosts were. There was one was a guy and a girl. I didn't find that the guy was like really intrigued. I don't know. He bored
into
me.
it.
Yeah, he bored me. He had a great radio voice, but it was.
I think it would be really cool if you broke down like decades, so like 70s, 80s, things that you used in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and you had to pick one or the other, like a Walkman or a cassette tape. Or stuff like that for like your music.
Well,
like your music.
The Discman. Okay, yeah.
8-track.
Right. Well, they didn't have portable 8 tracks. Well,
no,
wait a minute.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll have to check it out.
I think
we did. Maybe we did.
We do a lot of questions and then we actually never follow up with
Follow up on them.
on the next day.
We will follow up. I'm going to follow up on that 1829 thing where you're getting $1 an hour for
Yeah.
for working. So that's basically, I think, the idea what we're going to do. I don't know what I'm going to call it. The bracket attack. I can't. There's one called the attack of the bracket, something like that. But I thought it would be fun to do that. I mean, get a guest on like what we did with the rant, or we did in the beginning of these episodes.
Getting down with 16.
Depending on the topic, like I would bring in Brian Feraldo. Comic Cat, he also worked with Kevin Smith. He would be the superhero.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a good.
I'd bring in my friend Judd if we did the beer one, because I can't drink beer, so I would be a little out of touch with that. But I used to be able to drink beer. I can't now, so I would be able to go down and work with that. But he's a beer connoisseur.
Sounds like it could be a heated podcast.
No,
depending on what.
I'm not
Not
going to yell.
necessarily heated,
I'm not
but-
going to yell at somebody who said, "Oh, I'm taking Coors Light over Guinness." I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" No, it's Guinness. But I'm not going to be mad about it. But it's got to be two people have to agree to the same thing.
Okay,
for
so
it to go in the
you must come to an agreement.
Yes, to move in.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So you're not just
it's like
picking-
no,
it's not like
it's just like the basketball teams, March Madness. One team's got to win to move into the next round. So
I could see you doing this with like places to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds
yeah.
this sounds great.
yeah. So
Pizza Hut or O'Toole's Wings.
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking about too, because I did the winging it with DW. So
Yeah. Well, that's an
so
obvious choice. Obviously, we're gonna
we
go
would
with
do
O'Toole's.
you could do chain foods, chain restaurants, fast food. What's the most popular fast food amongst all of us? I bring snacks in for maybe the fast food. Or
No,
any of the
El
food
Snacko.
El Snack. Oh, we could have. I don't know if El Snacko can last a whole hour. It's going to be a tough call.
Well, if it was Mexican food, maybe.
Maybe we'll bring in some Mexican food while we have it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
So I thought that would be fun. So we'll try a little bit more with that maybe tomorrow on the pop culture episode. I'll ask Lewis what I already know what his superpower is going to be. I'm going to call it. It's flying.
Yeah, you should have bet him the other day because you were like, "I told you, Lewis." Yesterday, you were like, "I told you this was going to happen."
Oh, which one? About the Disney Plus?
No, about what we discussed yesterday, where they might disband because of HBO Max.
Disney Plus.
It wasn't Disney Plus. It was.
Oh, I'm
they
sorry.
had
You're right.
layoffs.
DC Universe.
That's right.
Sorry,
and you're
not
like,
Disney.
"I told you,
confused-
Lewis."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Lewis, if you're still listening."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have bet. Well, I'm going to bring it up tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
Pretty sad. We can't remember what we talked
so
about
let's,
within
That's all right.
the 24 hours.
I remember. It's just we
Yeah.
got so much other stuff going on. So why don't we get into today's show, shall we?
Happy birthday, Internet. And can DW snap his 0 for 2 streak with Stump with DW? Or will he be stumped once again by me, his associate producer? Plus, a very special day for me as well, as I finally celebrated something meaningful in my life. Kind of, not really. Would you tape yourself to a billboard to promote a movie? Or is this person just a jackass? 2020 has really been a slow and backward year for some, but are we really headed back into the times? Plus $8 a day? Yeah, well, back in 1923, that was okay. Do you prefer riding or a push mower? We'll tell you what health experts are weighing in on your decision and what your care could mean for your lawn choice. That and more coming up on tonight's episode with DW. Harden, are you ready? Roll the clip.
James Harden wouldn't go to the game wearing outdated fashion, so why would he choose an outdated sports drink?
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't. This is Body Armor. More natural, more electrolytes, better sports drink. Thanks, Gatorade. We'll take it from here.
Well, that was really interesting intro. Thank
Yeah.
you for today's rundown, I guess we want to call that. That is the Shadow's rundown of the show. And that was Drink Body Armor. Body Armor is our major sponsor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Check them out for your nearest location for all their awesome flavors. We are going to start contests next week as well for some Body Armor swag. Kind of like some of the stuff I got here. Shadow never wears his, so I don't know.
Gotta find it.
You
Kinda
gotta find it.
kinda
Is
buried it.
Is it in the laundry basket?
No, I buried it somewhere in my clothes, my drawers.
He clothes in your drawers. A Mexican food gives El Snacko his superpower, gas that stuns. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, both right there. Both right there. But like we do on every episode, we're going to start off with a little bit of the More You Know. Today's More You Know is brought to you by Adventure Family Fun Center in Queensbury, New York. They are family run and owned, so they know the importance of family fun with indoor, outdoor go-karts, laser tag, paintball, arcade games, and more. Adventure Family Fun Center is the place to be. Now, they are open right now, Monday through Friday from... here we go. I should know this by now because I read it every day.
Yeah.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. And as a listener of this network and a fan, if you go up to the counter for the go-karts, mention code DWSE. That's right, DWSE. Receives 6 go-kart tickets for $35. That's $10 off the price of the regular price. That's awesome. Get your friends, get your family together. Have a little gumball rally, a little go-kart gumball rally. Get your friends and family all together for that. Like I said, DWSE receives 6 tickets for $35, and that's $10 off the regular price. If you need more information or want to contact them, visit AdventureFamilyFun.com. All right. International Left-Handers Day.
Hey!
Are you a lefty?
I am a lefty.
Oh, you kind of have to be.
Kind of have to be.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Now blame it on your mom and dad. That's nice.
Oh, I got a story to tell
Wow.
off pod. I can't really tell
boy.
this on
Okay.
pod. But,
so you're blaming
yeah.
your mom and dad. Okay. Well, approximately 10% of the population are southpaws. Scientists don't know why a person develops left-hand hard-handedness.
Or you could be disabled, and
Or you
that's
could-
how it happens.
That's true. But it's more likely a child will be left-handed if one parent is a lefty too. Parents of left-handed children used to force them to use their right hands. Oh, really? I did not use them to... Why would you force them to use their right hands? Wait, what's wrong with being...
I don't know.
It's a sign of intelligence. No bullshit.
Well, I can't. I can.
Parents feared their communities would shun their children while we accept left-handedness more readily than days gone by. Its occurrence hasn't increased. I think kids were picked on if they were left-handers in school when I was a kid. So
Well, I definitely was. Number one, because
yeah,
of my disability.
of
Number
course.
two, because my parents decided to have my initials be SAC. So my LL Bean backpack literally spelled SAC from like kindergarten to 7th grade, which absolutely was suck balls, pun intended.
wow.
But
Oh my
it was bad. I don't know what my mom was thinking. Not sure what she was thinking at all. Most leaders are left-handed. Interesting. If you guys are listening on the audio version, like every episode.
Leaders doesn't mean intelligence. Let's be honest. We can talk about that. Can you raise the music just a tad?
Yes. Certainly can do that for you,
next,
host.
Oh, okay. This is definitely got to be a unanimous thumbs up. It is National Filet Mignon Day. Is that a thumbs up for you?
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Give it to me. Thumbs up.
All right. Awesome. Filet mignon is a steak taken from the smaller end of the tenderloin. When found on a French menu, filet mignon may also refer to pork rather than beef. Would you do a pork filet?
Yeah, I
Okay,
would. I'm a big
okay,
pork guy.
Okay. Since the filet mignon comes from the most tender portion of the tenderloin, it's one of the most prized cuts of beef. Therefore, expect this steak to be the most expensive, which is true.
True.
8 or 12
True
ounce,
fact.
8 or 12 ounce is going to cost you $50-$60 if you go to a good place, if not more, obviously. Also, lastly, it's National Presco Day. I'm not a fan of Presco. I know it's sparkling and tastes good, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of champagne either, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. As we bask in the warmth of the resounding rays of summer, the day encourages people across the U.S. to embrace life's everyday celebrations. A sparkling wine. No way.
Nope.
Presco is made from a variety of grapes, of course. Yeah, so that's a thumbs down for me. Thumbs down for you, too?
Thumbs down for me.
All right. 25 days. Nice.
There you go.
25 days until Labor Day, 79 days until Halloween, 105 days until Thanksgiving, 134 days until Christmas, 141 days until 2021. Oh, that's probably what that's... I know, I see why there's an echo.
Yeah,
1892, U.S. black newspaper Afro-American begins publishing from Baltimore. Oh, awesome. 1907, first taxi cabs operate in New York City, imported by Harry N. Allen. You take a taxi? You ever ridden in a taxi in New York City?
Yeah, I'm disappointed that I haven't reached the cash cab yet. I was a big fan of that show when I was little.
Well, it's back on, you know.
Yeah, it's back on, but it's not the same as what it was when it was on the Game Show Network.
No, that's true. That's true.
At least we have the same host, though.
So you're searching around for a van? I'm gonna wait here for another hour to see if there's a van that shows up in downtown.
No,
Manhattan.
we're an Uber and Lyft type of person now.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
1996, Microsoft releases Internet Explorer. Look at that, the birth of the internet, pretty much.
Which seems like it should have been like, it doesn't feel as old. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't. Like, it feels like it was around my entire life. So it's like, how is it really that young? But then I remember I'm young, and I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, yeah, I guess. Okay. And lastly, 1997, South Park's first episode has aired. Are you a fan? I've never watched it. I think I watched maybe like 4 episodes.
Wasn't a fan. I mean, my buddy Dakota, who I saw, loves it and absolutely like adores it. If he could marry it, he would. But I'm not a fan.
No,
I
are you
don't.
a fan of any of the cartoon?
I did watch F is for Family with Bill Burr.
Okay.
That was good. And sometimes I watch Family. If it's like well, now that sports are back, I'm a late night sports guy.
Right.
So I usually watch, the Dodgers or Seattle or whatever, those late night games. But
Gotcha. I'm never fan. I think I watched The Simpsons the first season of South Park. I'm not a fan of the adult cartoons, I guess, as you would put that, primetime cartoons.
Primetime.
I'm not a fan of Family Guy either. I mean, there's some funny clips here and there. I should be.
Their Family Feud is, I will say, their Family Feud episode is hilarious.
Maybe I'll check it out.
If you've never, they really poke fun of Richard Dawson.
Oh, really?
Right. So yeah.
Nice.
So one of the, we're not FCC regulated. So one of the episodes, the guy that plays Richard Dawson is sticking because he used to kiss every girl on the show.
Right. Of course.
So the host stuck
His tongue.
his hand up to the woman's boobs and was
gotcha.
touching him, and he was
Oh, he's
like,
copping a feel while he's.
copping
okay,
a feel,
okay,
and then they
okay.
would be like, oh, okay, and then
Okay.
and then
Well, there you go. That is today's
And then
The More You Know.
the best part about that entire episode is Peter just says like random things, and it's like bang 2 people, bang 1 person, 3, and it's just the more you know.
All right. Well, it's more that I really didn't need to know at that point. But all right, thank you for describing that for me. Maybe now I won't check it out. You guys are just joining us. It is the Thursday edition of Today with DW, the nighttime, the evening edition with Seth "TheShadow" Cooper. I'm just at a loss with some things. I'm like, I don't want to talk about baseball, but I want to talk a little bit more. And this will be the 4th day in a row of the XFL. Now, you worked a little bit briefly with the WWE.
I did.
I wanted to get your thoughts. I mean, we talked about it a little bit the other day, but not really get your thoughts on it. I think if people haven't realized now, I'm more excited about this, I think, than actual NFL coming back.
Well, the thing is sorry to cut you off
No,
there,
go ahead.
but the XFL was a booming success under Oliver Luck. Now, people who don't know Oliver Luck, that's Andrew Luck's dad, who was a quarterback with the Colts. He retired, went on his own terms, but the thing is you have to realize the pandemic shut that league down.
Do you think it really was booming?
It was. There were a lot
compared to
the first time that the XFL was on. Yes, because the XFL with Dick Ebersol and with Vince McMahon, that was strictly, hey, we're gonna cross promote WWE and the XFL. We're going to have people have names on their jerseys that are very gimmicky, and we are going to have The Rock drop the people's elbow onto the center of the football field, have him pin 1, 2, 3, win a title. Like, that was all gimmicky.
Right.
This XFL in 2019, 2020 was, seems like 2019 was forever ago, but that was all right. And the cool thing about it was there were no field goals, and that saved a shit ton of time.
Right.
Because now you just have, you have your first offensive secondary, and then your defensive secondary. If you wanted to swap them out really quickly, you could. But I liked the challenges. I liked the first, the second, the third points. I thought that was the greatest thing that they could have done. I thought that was So they did implement things to the games. You know, you didn't have a kickoff, which I thought was fantastic.
Right.
You had throws off. You had different rules within the XFL, which I thought were a lot better than the NFL. You mean to tell me that the NFL's rule of kickoffs up to the 20-yard line was the coolest thing to happen in football? It was the dumbest thing to happen in football. All you do is
Did I open up a
touch
can
back,
of worms with you right now?
touch
Holy
back.
crap! Did I open? I didn't. I thought I was going to be
No.
talking this on this segment, but holy crap! I opened up a
Go
can
ahead.
of worms.
Go ahead. But no.
it's good.
But seriously, I think the XFL, if The Rock and his ex-wife, excuse me,
Yes.
keep the same kind of rotation things here and there,
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be a success. I don't think it comes back within a year. I think it's 2022, maybe 2023.
They're pushing for March. They're
Unless-
pushing for spring.
Seriously, unless they can implement the fans in there and they can have the same amount of teams, if not more. And also, too, it gave a place for people to want to make the NFL
Right.
There were a couple XFL signings
Yep.
that came out of that season. So if they kept all the teams and they said, "Look, we're just bought it to keep the league going,"
Right.
then all right, maybe they could shoot for March, but I don't know. I think it's a lot tougher than
they already have a bubble plan in place, which they stated even before COVID. So and it's in, it's self-contained pretty much.
I would hope by spring this thing's gone.
I don't think so. I think we're going to be dealing with this for a while, at least for a year or so more. I mean, that's not funny.
It's funny that you answered it that way.
But I think it's going to be a while. I really do think it's going to be a while. And even if it is over, the after effects are going to stay with us for a good year or so.
Well, the thing too is now, like, you have socially distant concerts, and
Right.
I'll have to pull up the image some point, but I kind of liked it better. Not everybody was on top of you. You weren't bumping shoulders with everybody.
So you're sitting on your couch watching on your video screen a concert?
No, it's basically like people were socially distanced
Oh,
at
gotcha.
the
Gotcha,
venue,
yeah.
and they had boxes
Mm-hmm.
with you could either bring your own chairs or you could bring the chairs in that were provided for you, which
Mm-hmm.
I thought was great, and you could stand whatever. No one was bumping into you, and you go back in your little thing. If you
Your
wanted
little cubicle?
If you wanted to get a beer, you could go get a beer. You didn't have to have somebody stretch you out and save your spot if you were the front row.
I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
No.
Seth. No. Really? No. But yeah, you bring up a good point, though. With COVID, I think the days of concert going or conventions, even our Comic-Cons that I've done so many throughout the years, are going to be totally different this year compared to years past. I think the virtual setting, I think, is going to be more important, or more more important or more feasible for everybody. I know San Diego Comic-Con, they did their first virtual con, and it was free. But I think I can see another stream of revenue coming in and working with that if they did the one that was real. Like if you did go, listen, right now, going to San Diego Comic-Con will almost cost you $5,000. That's huge. Where you could stay at home, still see your panel, still see a panel with a celebrity like Lou Ferrigno or whoever, and still see him from the comfort of your home at a very less expensive price. I think that would be great. I mean, as far as concerts, I'm not a big concert goer, but I might pay, if the ticket fee was cheap enough, I might pay to watch, let's say Metallica or whatnot to do that. What do you think about the virtual stuff?
I don't know. I think that if they do something that's virtually enough, but it's not the same feel.
No, of course not. Oh, I understand. It's not the same feel either for going to a Comic-Con.
That's true. It's not. You're right. It's not.
Oh, that's pretty cool. As I'm looking off, I'm looking.
Oh,
off
you
on-
pulled it up?
I pulled it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up here. Let's see if it happens.
But that is pretty cool how they did that.
Yeah, isn't that nice? All they did was I can't get this to load. I don't know
that's right.
why.
But here
it
it's
is.
just
It's on the
showing.
bottom.
It's showing. Yeah, it's just showing how they distanced everybody out with their little cubicles. But that might be the new progress to go to. Look at SPAC. SPAC might have to do that. There might not be any inside seating, maybe, or very limited inside seating. If you wanted to go in the pit or get the higher higher price tickets for that. So maybe it will something like this. Did you pop it up there?
Yeah, popped it up right here. So
Yeah.
this
So
is
that's
what
cool.
that's what they're kind of going with. But it's nice because then, like, if you wanted a beer, you could go get a beer. You wouldn't have to push anybody away, like I said. So, I think it's worth it. I think overall, if you really miss concerts and want to do things, but even at venues, like especially smaller venues, like they're starting to run comedy shows, and now there's different artists that are trying to save smaller venues, like Upstate Concert Hall, for example. They're socially distancing.
Right.
They have X's on the floor, but for comedy shows, it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4 seats out. So,
Or how about going to, instead of like a virtual, even though it's kind of virtual, go to the drive-in theater and you could have Metallica playing on the big screen.
Well,
you can
that-
still stay in your cars. And
that's
I know
another-
drive-in theaters have been doing a lot of cool events like that. So that's maybe drive-in theaters may be the thing to come back.
well, I was Garth Brooks did a drive-in concert last month, and Skillet is actually doing a drive-in concert
Nice.
coming up soon. So
Nice.
we were supposed to see them, and then they got postponed to 2021.
Maybe
so-
someday the Today with DW will be at the Glen, live stream
Yeah.
from the drive-in theater. How cool would that be? We could do a live sports edition. That's what we should do. We should do a live sports edition with El Snacko, Mr. Tom Greer from Long Island. We'll pop him up there, and we could do a live sports edition right there. We would
Actually, you should do it right at Citi Field.
We'll sit, yeah, we could.
That would be dope.
Yeah, but
because-
we don't have the big screen there.
Yeah, you
There's
do.
no-
You have
do
the
we?
nice big screen
Oh,
right
yeah, I
there.
guess we could do
and
that.
then-
We could do that, but at the drive-in, you can stay in your car. I think it'd be cool. We could get a stage just below the screen. We could do a lot of effects and whatnot, so they could see us and do our imagery and stuff like that. I know Kevin Smith just did his, excuse me, 50th birthday party at the drive-in theater and he did a Hollywood like a Hollywood Babylon style show. And it was awesome. It was pretty cool. I
That's
got to see
actually
the
really
pictures.
cool.
Yeah. So I thought that would. Who knows? Maybe when we get big enough, they'll let us do it. We'll sell tickets real cheap, like $5 a carload or $4 a carload.
A penny.
No, not that cheap. I got to make some kind of money. So since we were talking about Kevin Smith, let's get into a little bit of Hollywood happenings, huh? Oh, poor Steve-O. He's been out of the limelight for a while, but man, he really's got to take it to the next level to get himself back in the limelight. Prankster Steve-O was removed from a Hollywood billboard he taped himself to on Thursday. Steve-O posted a selfie on Instagram showing several layers of what appears to be black tape covering his body from his armpits to his side. Now, that's got to be minor for him since he used to staple his nuts to his legs, so ripping duct tape off him is not going to be too bad. The LAFD confirmed that there were at the scene and that one or more lanes may be shut down until the apparent rescue operation is complete. I don't think he needed to be rescued. I think rescued is the wrong term in this article here.
No.
Steve-O was taken down from the billboard by 11 a.m. Humphrey said he did not require hospitalization. He just duct taped himself. It's not like he got run over by a car.
And I'm sure he's done that.
Oh, I'm sure he has. The stunt is apparently promoting Gnarly, which he calls a very naughty multimedia media special on his website. Hey, I'm sure it probably
Hey, at least Steve-O didn't get arrested.
This is true. I'm surprised they didn't
Usually
arrest
he
him.
gets
I'm
arrested.
surprised they didn't arrest him. Well, he is. Well, at this
I
point,
wonder-
can you say now that it's
Well,
good to be Steve-O? Because
Is it
for
legal?
years,
Is it really? Is it legal to tape yourself to a
you
billboard?
mean illegal?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm saying
It's not legal. You don't own the billboard.
Yeah, but even if he could have rolled with something. I don't know. I feel like if you see that, you just kind of like you laugh at it and you let it go. Why make it a big deal? Well, you could see. He could have said, "Look, I'm social distancing."
Well, yeah, you could. Ha ha. Funny. Funny. I gotta turn that up.
That was-
Give me this. That was just bad. That was just
That
bad.
one's-
In other Hollywood happenings, AMC theaters will reopen its U.S. screens on August 20th with 15-cent movie ticket pricing, recalling the cost of attending the chain's first Kansas City location in 1920. What I'm assuming that's only going to be one day. There's no way, Seth, that they're going to be able to do that for a whole week. Yes.
Maybe not. I don't know. It depends.
15 cents?
Depends on what movie they're showing.
Okay, well, I guess that's true. The largest domestic circuit shuttered during the coronavirus pandemic expects to open around 100 American theaters or a sixth of the circuit in 1 week to mark the relaunch. Seats sold for the movie screening on August 20th will be available for the $19.20 admission price of 15 cents, as I said before.
Okay, so only for August 20th.
It's only for August 20th. I was going to say, because you can't survive on that.
Good marketing, though. Good marketing.
As they stated in the article, as our guests return to our first day of resumed operations on August 20th, we invite them to join us in celebrating return to the movies and celebrating 100 years of AMC making smiles happen with movies at $19.20 prices of only 15 cents. This is coming from the CEO of Adam Aaron. I think it's a great idea. They're hurting anyway. They're having some negotiation problems. They're having streaming problems when they were doing paid per view or video on demand. Some companies, I think it was Paramount, said, nope, we're not going to release it in your theater.
It was Paramount,
We're going to go right to VOD. And AMC wants to sue them for this. Now, I don't know if that's the biggest. I mean, I don't know.
And the only reason
go ahead.
why I know of the Paramount Network is because of Bar Rescue, and it used to be Spike and all this, because Ink Master was on there too. I don't know if Ink Master is still on the Paramount Network or not, but I know that
I think it is.
But I know that John has talked about maybe going to his own network to put Bar Rescue on there, which is a possibility. I mean, he's got Bartender, he's got all sorts of different shit that he has now, so I don't think he really needs Paramount to really. I mean, unless they have some sort of, I'm sure they do for his TV, but who knows how long it is.
They said around 300 additional AMC locations countrywide are expected to open over the following 2 weeks. That's a lot. Ahead of the theatrical release of Disney's The New Mutants. How funny they don't say Marvel's New Mutants. That's funny. On August 28th. If you're not familiar with The New Mutants, check out the trailer. And I'm going to disregard this article and say it's Marvel's first horror movie. But it is based on...
Didn't we watch the trailer with
Lewis?
Yeah, I was going to say.
So it'll be Marvel's first venture into true horror. They are related to... I should say they are related to the X-Men. They are mutants, but this is going to be cool. And like I said, I think... this one's going to be great. And I think with that coming out in the... well, you know what? They should have did the 15 cents on the 28th. Because I think that would be really good. Or they figure they're going to get a lot of money. Or that a lot of people are going to come out for
I wonder if the one in Saratoga is going to be 15 cents.
I don't know.
For those that don't know, for those that are listening kind of off location site.
Off location. The remaining one-third of AMC's U.S. theaters from early September are expected to open after being authorized to do so by state and local officials. After the relaunch on August 20th, AMC will screen throwback movie titles like Black Panther, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and so on. With each a movie priced at $5 per ticket for screenings on dates other than August 20th. Food and drinks at the concession stand will also be sold in part as a reduced price. So now that's the other thing too, is about the food. I'm sure I'd like to know what they're going to limit the seating capacity.
50%.
It's
got to be 50, and it can't be 25. I think it's 50.
Those seats are pretty close together. I mean, 2 seats apart is 6 feet. So
you could have a party of 8, and then say like, "Hey, you can just sit."
That's true.
You can just sit next to us. We don't
But that's
care.
also based on state requirements as well.
That's true.
Because New York State's different than, let's say, Texas or Wyoming.
You have the right to party.
Okay. You want to take the next one here in Hollywood happenings?
As filming hubs like Los Angeles and London continue to face restrictions and increase health and safety costs amid the coronavirus pandemic, New Zealand, well, they're way ahead of the times. They're calling action on international productions in June as the magical Oh boy.
As the magical creatures of Middle Earth prepare to resume venturing through Auckland, New Zealand from Amazon's Lord of the Rings prequel series, the mythical world of Pandora has been bursting into life for James Cameron Avatar sequels in Wellington, just 1 hour's flight south. Meanwhile, on the South Island, stars like I'm going to screw this name up. Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen are planning to embark on the greatest beer run ever in Dunedin, while a game-changing production studio has been proposed. So, obviously, we've already done there's some movies already being produced in the States now. Obviously, it's based on your location. But they guys are really they're ahead of the curve anyway. And I think they're one of the countries that almost had no...
Yeah, they've had 192 days without a
It's stated here. While New Zealand dropped to level 1, the lowest of 4-level alert system on June 8th, the Auckland region is now on level 3 restrictions until Friday, meaning residents are asked to work from home, only interact with people in their household bubble, and practice social distancing and mask wearing in public. Filming can continue if strict health and safety protocols are followed. Now, it's funny that they're so into that, and that is all of today's... Oh, no, that's not. I have celebrity birthdays today because I forgot Seth can't do celebrity birthdays because he doesn't know who celebrities are. Today, actor Sebastian Stain. Do you know who that is?
No.
I'm going to ask you again. Do you know who that is?
No.
Sebastian Stain is the Winter Soldier. Do you know who the Winter Soldier is?
No.
Are you kidding me right now? Oh, my God.
Could not lie to me.
Oh, my
Ross.
God. Sebastian Stain, he turns 38. Obviously, he's most famously known for his portrayal in Winter Soldier and Captain America. He is also on the Disney Plus series.
Why couldn't you say Captain America?
Because it goes hand in hand. You're going to have to learn some pop culture. Or
I do know pop culture.
You're fired. I'm firing you right now. I'm telling you, you're fired. Falcon and Winter Soldier will debut on Disney Plus streaming channels soon. Actress Debbie Mazar turns 56. Known for playing sharp-tongued women, she began her career with supporting roles Goodfellas, Little Man Tate, singles, and followed by lead roles. Of
I
course
knew
you
who
do.
that was.
I know, because you watch L.A. Law and Civil Wars, I'm sure.
I did watch L.A. Law.
I know. That's why I figured you know that. Basketball player DeMarcus Cousins turns 30
If
today.
I put in there, you'd be like, why do we need to have NBA? This isn't
Don't
a
argue
sports
with your
show.
boss. Don't argue with your boss. Nicknamed Boogie, played college basketball for the Kentucky Wildcats while he was an All-American in 2010. He left Kentucky after one season, was selected with the 5th overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft by the Sacramento Kings. He went on to play with the Warriors in 2018, LA Lakers, but it doesn't look like he'll be coming back this season because he's had 3 leg injuries. See, I know some of my shit here, okay? Lastly, don't give me crap. This is my show. Actor John Slattery turns 58, best known for his role as Roger Sterling in the AMC drama series Mad Men. And that is your Hollywood happenings. Wow. You want to give me any more shit? Wow. If you guys are just joining us, this is the walk over and slap them. Yeah, right? If you're just joining us, this is the Thursday edition of Today We Did Wow, what is wrong with me tonight?
DW,
yeah, with DW tonight. 7 o'clock slot. This will be permanently for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 6:30 to 8 for the
and
sports
as
edition.
the assistant producer, I can take you off camera. I can do whatever.
I can do the both. I can do it as well.
I took you off camera and then
That's
I
okay.
put
That's
you back
all right.
on.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
I like to show my power.
You don't have power. I only allow you to give you as much as I control you to have. And your superpower, I'm giving Shadow an assignment to watch all the Marvel Universe movies in order.
Oh, boy.
I need him to do some work, Hank. No. That would take days. I wonder how many hours that would be.
Over 340.
Over 340?
I would say over
No.
340.
It can't be. We'll have to figure that out. That's another more you know. How many hours does it take to watch? Because they actually, no, they did it for, I think it was 24, 48 hours nonstop. They were doing them for when before the Infinity Gauntlet or Infinity War came out. But
Good movie.
wow, you watched it.
I liked it.
Wow.
Well, the thing is my brother-in-law is a huge movie guy.
Yeah.
And he would always have a movie on, and he's a huge Marvel guy, saw everything, whatever. And I'm gonna talk.
No, we can't. Well, yeah. If it's our billboard. If we had a billboard.
I better be getting paid for it up there.
You're not
If you're
doing
gonna
any
get-
work.
Well, you duct tape me. It's kind of
We didn't ask you. You
That's
didn't volunteer.
true. That is
you
true.
did not volunteer.
Isn't that kind of like goes against like the Disabled Act, like for working?
can't-
Like
you can't-
I could pull that card, couldn't I?
No, because you weren't working. You're not working, so there you go.
Touche on that one.
Touche, exactly. So anyway, oh my God. Thank
What
you.
even is this?
I don't know. Today it's the Thursday. It's the day before Friday. It's always the day before Friday that screws me up. But let's go right into our last segment for the evening. Oh no.
No! Whoa!
Hold on there. Your
Ooh.
mic was a little too hot there. Do you want to leave
No,
that segment for the last, or do you want to jump? I'll give you power since you think
Oh.
you have it.
Well-
Would you like to do the junk drawer, or would we like to go into So I guess we're doing the
Drunk
drawer.
drawer.
The junk drawer, I mean.
Yeah.
Florida man was arrested last week after refusing to consent to a field sobriety test when a sheriff's deputy stopped him for driving a lawnmower on their own county highway. Now, this is funny because I actually have seen somebody drive down South Street. Remember when the Irish pub was open?
Yes.
Drive from the Irish pub to his house on the lawnmower. And then the following day or the day after, those motorized coolers. You know those motorized coolers? I had another guy drive, and you got arrested. Paul Burke was arrested. Paul Burke was arrested August 5th after a deputy spotted him riding a lawnmower down the middle of Highway 316, not even a side street, down the highway, when the speed limit is 55. So did he get arrested for not having a licensed vehicle, or was it the fact that he was going below the speed limit? According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, the deputy smelled alcohol on Burke's breath, and he was booked for driving under the influence after refusing to submit to a blood test. A body camera footage of the incident shows the deputy requesting Burke to take a fielder's sobriety test, and Burke explaining that there's no sense in it because I've been drinking. Well, there you go. See,
there you go.
He didn't refuse. He just admitted to the fact that he was drinking.
Well, not only that, and the thing is he was just like, just take me to jail. Like, just throw me in. But he's had 3 previous DUI convictions here.
Were they all on the lawnmower, I wonder?
No, I was listening. I was reading like the rest of it. One was for cocaine possession. Another one was for he's just a real winner all around. So
that's funny.
Jack,
welcome.
Hello,
How you
sir.
doing, Mr. Celeste? I'll be working on some of your new ideas tomorrow. But anyway, let's get back into the junk drawer. A British dating site is bringing together anti-masker singles who hopefully use birth control. I doubt they use birth control if they don't wear a mask. The dating forum Love in a COVID... Really? Dating forum called Love in a COVID Climate, seriously, is a subsection on the pandemic skepticism site lockdownskeptics.org, and it launched Friday. The brains behind the setup is British author Toby Young, best known for his 2003 memoir, How I Lost All My Friends and Alienate People. Obviously, you're good at it, I can tell. While Young says the site has moderators to look out for trolls, he warns those who log on to proceed with caution. They get on with behaving recklessly. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
So basically, it's a better way of saying, hey, like, are you horny? Get on the app.
Ah, gotcha. Is that the British way? They're gonna wank. A bunch of wankers gonna sign on.
Yeah.
Critics have already dubbed the forum "OK Stupid," which is a reference to the actual dating site OK Cupid. And there you have it, and that's today's junk drawer. Are you really? Would you even check that out?
I wouldn't. No. At least my dad raised me somewhat right.
What? You can kill the music. Are you slowing down at the end of the show here?
No, I was just gonna let it play out. I like the tune. It's a good tune.
It's the only one that I picked that you liked. I get it.
No, I don't mind the Hollywood happenings. I just like it's got a nice little.
See what happens when you hire an assistant producer. He works for 2 weeks, takes an extra week and a half off because
Thanks,
supposedly.
Thanks, American Airlines.
Yeah, supposedly because of COVID.
I should have sent. I think I did send you the text, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. So.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to take over my show. But anyway, I will let you now go into our Thursday segment, which we do every Thursday. Which I guess this was this was your idea.
This wasn't. But then you were like, "Well, I did it once," and you were like, "We should just run with this."
Yeah. So every Thursday, it's Seth makes me look like an idiot, or supposedly try to make me with a Stump DW. Let's see what we got this week.
So,
why are we listening to this?
Stump with DW this week. 5 questions, and I am serious about this. If you get 2 wrong on this, you are seriously stumped. And also, somewhat semi-stupid. Is that what they say? Stupid? You're kind of stupid? Like, if you're not smarter than a 5th grader, like, why are you so stupid?
Who pays you?
Isn't that what Jeff Foxworthy used to say?
Who pays you? Let's go.
Okay. Now, question number 1. What film did Steven Spielberg win in his first Oscar for Best Director? Jaws, Catch Me If You Can, E.T., and Schindler's List.
Give me the rundown again.
We have Jaws, Catch Me If You Can, E.T.
Catch Me Outside.
and oh my,
Catch Me Outside.
Schneidler's List.
Jaws. Here we go. I might pull my pop culture card. Who was it?
It's Schneidler's List.
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 2. What year was the very first model of the iPhone released?
Oh, come on.
2008, 2007, 2006, 2005.
2005.
2007. What was Twitter's original name?
Oh, I should know this.
Hootsuite, TweetDeck,
Nope.
Twitter, or Tweet?
Tweet.
The answer is Twitter.
Oh my God. It was always Twitter. I thought that I really did think they changed the name. Look,
What?
I'm not as smart as a 5th grader right now.
What logo is associated with the film and television production company MGM? Is it a panther, a lion, a tiger, or a leopard?
A lion.
And finally, which colored M&M is considered to be female? Is it
Yellow.
Oh, you didn't even
Come on now.
You didn't even let me finish.
It's yellow.
We have green, yellow, brown, or red.
It's yellow. No, it can't be green. Oh,
It's green.
Crap.
And the worst part about that is you went 0 for 5. 0 for 5.
No, I got one right.
Oh, you did. You
I
did.
got the MGM right.
You did.
Well-
Congratulations.
Well, again,
You're under pressure.
I am under pressure. So did you last week? The last time we did this, I should have won.
Well,
I know it's Schindler's List. Yes, yeah, I get it, Hank. You said Schneider's List. It's Schindler's
Yeah, I know. I realized after I said that.
List. That's okay.
It happens.
There's always somebody out in the crowd trying to make corrections. Last week I did well.
We did 10 questions last
I
week,
did.
and then you wanted me to limit it to 5, so I did.
Well, I didn't care about that, but
No.
I got 8 out of the 10, so you didn't stump me. I won.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
one.
I can't have all 10. You can't make it so that's 10 out of 10 means that you don't stump me. I got 8 out of 10.
No,
I
you-
would
no,
I would have won the game.
I don't think you got 8 out of 10.
I got
live.
8 out of 10. The last time we did this, we got 8 out of 10.
We're gonna have to.
right.
I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to go back and check
I
the
am.
books. You're gonna go check the books, and then you're gonna come back.
You're still 0 for 3.
I am.
I
not
think
0 for
no. If you
3.
get all questions right, you win.
no,
You win a car.
Jeopardy's not like that. Wheel of Fortune isn't like that. You don't have to get them all right. You just have to win at the end.
Yeah, but-
and the percentage is
You have to win at the end.
8 out of 10. I won.
That's 80%.
I won. I still win.
Did you know that was 80%? 8 out of 10.
Thank you. Yes, I did know that. Remember who pays you.
Well,
Now-
also too, you're like, if these are any math questions.
Well, I
so
know
this
math.
is looking at it well.
Yeah, I suck at math. Everybody knows that. That's fine. I suck at writing too. So everybody
Really?
knows that too. So I think I won because I was over 50%. I won. So I'm 1 for 2.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, here comes the money. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Thursday night edition of Today with DW. I hope you all are having a great night. And again, thank you so much for joining us. And we will be back tomorrow morning at 11:30 with Lewis Perry for the Pop Culture Edition. Lewis Perry's from the Angry Geeks. We're really going to talk pretty deep about this new DC layoffs. Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, DC Universe. I always say Disney Plus. DC Universe and some more. So join us tomorrow at 11:30 right here on the Earplug podcast page or over on my personal page if you're a friend. After that, I guess, like I like to say, stay safe, social distancing, and I'll see you tomorrow.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.